Hello everyone. Today is December 29th and it's a 4:30ish afternoon, and a few days ago I was smoking two joints, and I've decided to take a break, but I'm going to be reviewing these two joints. The Pacific Reserve and the Cuda US Cookies. So these are pretty interesting. They're a little bit on the stimulating side, but they're not very strong. They're mostly THC. So the Cuda, it's very, it's okay. The major problem that I have with it is that it's not very smooth. It feels good in the beginning. I remember that rush I got from the beginning. Like, I walked in this house and seeing all the wood floors and stuff like that, and just came from, it was at nighttime, later in the day at least, and it was, it was cold, stuff like that. I don't have much memory of it. That's the thing about these two. They're still kind of taking away of memory. So it definitely gave me some anxiety, this one and these two. So for the Cuda, they're pretty similar. It's just sort of that feeling of short-term memory and stuff like that goes with a lot of stuff like this in general. This one has a biodegradable filter, so the filter, I think it works. For where they're grown, I think these are grown somewhere in Northern California, I'm assuming. This one says Indra Valley, Indra, and I'm not too sure where that is. It might have been their own little street or something like that, so I'm not, or a nickname, so I'm not entirely sure. The great thing about these, and also I do want to mention though, it did take some weight off my shoulders, this one at least. The Pacific Reserve definitely did that to some degree. So as far as price, this one's about less than $5. This one's about $4.50 actually, something ranging from $4.50 to $5. This one's about $6.50. So that's what's great about these, is the price. They're very affordable, and if you're looking for something on the cheap price wise, I think that these are good. I'll admit though, for the Pacific Reserve, the Mai Pai, the exact strain, this one may be a little bit less on the happy side. I don't know if I would say it's smoother. This one, even though it costed more, I don't really think it's as satisfying, but it's still a decent one, and I think they might be hit and miss. I do remember getting one of these, at least one of these, or maybe two of these earlier this year, and I think that it did its work for the price. I was in a backyard smoking, and it definitely did some wonders. If there's any CBD, I'm not sure if this one does. This one says 0. This one's 17% THC, so pretty low. Decent, but not super strong. This one is only 15.7. It says no THC. So even though I'm taking a break from weed in general, it, to get rid of that edge I get from it, and, to escape that cycle of using it, these are kind of good, at least. They're not, the most, I would say, magnificent, feeling, but for the price, they're not too bad. This one I would rate maybe like a 5, between a 5 and a 7, so I would maybe a 5.5 to 6. It's still okay, but it just doesn't really, I think just like this one, it's less smooth. It's really, it just has there's just something about it. It could have been just my mood, and but it definitely, I felt some anxiety from it. It definitely was there were factors of the environment too in my thinking. For the Cuda, Um, um, it 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 I would say like about the same, a little higher actually, 6.5 to 7. Um, Definitely satisfying. They both are, but this one I feel like I had less of an edge. It could have been just that this one used the day after, so I had some trouble. I don't have any inside; they're empty. You know, they're just a casing for now, and if I do, I'll maybe make a video of it if I get new ones once I start again. If I start again, um, show you the flour inside. These are pre-rolls, by the way, so they're not in a jar. I bought these from Alternatives Health in Santa Rosa. So that's here in my hometown, Santa Rosa, in South Santa Rosa. So dispensary is sort of a maybe kind of grassroots. I don't know. Um, I have a satisfying experience for the most part, aside from maybe one instance, but that I might elaborate later. You know, it was kind of a price issue or a product issue. More, I don't know if it was the dispensary, the product, but that one was a little bit troubling. But otherwise, I had okay experiences with that one. For dispensaries in general in Santa Rosa in the Sonoma County area, that one and the one Spark in Santa Rosa is another one I've been to quite a bit. And Mercy Wellness in Cotati, so that's pretty much it. I've been to the one Sonoma Health a little bit, Sonoma Patient, and I'm trying to think. Then there's another one. You know, that's a part of it, the anxiety from it. So that's that 3, and then I went to the one 365, which is when I went once. So I've probably been to dispensaries a total of 30 to 40 times in the past few years, probably 50, honestly, maybe even more. So I've been to them quite a bit in the past 2 to 3 years, ever since it's been legal to buy. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm a bit satisfied. I have some kind of just minor squeams with these, but they hella good, for the price, really. If it was anything more, I think it'd be a little bit on the flip side. So yeah, there's anxiety to it, but and I should say one last thing is the flavor. So that's important. I missed that one. The flavor of them is not super distinctive, but I think they both have sort of a natural, I guess, kind of taste. I think the Pacific Reserve, I think, or wait, what was it? This one? Actually, I think it was the Cuda. Has kind of a slight citrusy taste, like lemony, but like very barely. Like I maybe felt it a little bit. So taste not outstanding, but definitely not. It doesn't have the disgusting tarry tobacco-y flavor some joints have. So that just does about it. So yeah, in the future, I might post a few more videos like this. Yeah, check them out. Cuda and Pacific Reserve. And I'm not going to go into depth about it, but it's pretty much the same thing. A puff hybrid. Actually, I like hybrids the most because they're a blend of them, so I don't get to it does the balance, so you still feel that sedation, but it's not like on and off kind of feeling. It is an on and off feeling kind of, but it's sort of a balance. That's it for now. So check out those dispensaries if you're ever in the Santa Rosa, California area. And that just is about the video. Thank you.